Hello everyone, I'm Jack the Jack of Knaves, and welcome back to Bioshock. So we are still here in the Fisherman's Wharf, doing errands for Peach Wilkins. Because, I mean, honestly, what would we be doing otherwise? So in the previous episode, we beat the snot out of this Big Daddy, and generally felt good about it. And we are going to continue with our exploration. Also, something, by the way, something I have not brought up because I don't think I pulled up the start menu. You see at the bottom, it actually says Little Sisters in this level. And as you can see, we've rescued 2 and there's 1 more that we can get. So if you're ever curious, if you're ever playing the game and you're wondering how many Little Sisters are there in the area, it tells you. So there's 3 in this one specifically. Let's check our ammo like a crazy person, because that's what I like doing, and... Whoa, hello. You know what, I want to do that. Oh, you're still alive. Do not. It looked like it really wanted to shoot. And frankly, that would have not been okay with me. I guess I'm just full up on ammo. I guess that's... Oh! Audio diary.
This Fontaine fellow is somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace, to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. The kind with vision.
So, interesting audio diary. We're beginning to realize that Fontaine is up to some not so reputable business transactions. Oh, right, I can't get this one. Disappointingly enough. And Fontaine, or not Fontaine, Ryan really wants to do something about it and can't, because Fontaine surprisingly knows what he's doing. So this is interesting, and we're beginning to see more of a dynamic between Ryan and Fontaine, which will progress further as we go through the series. Perfect. Alright. Let's continue here. Yes, I remember where we are now. Oh.
The research camera looks just like what you'd see topside. According to this magazine article I scrounged up, it can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, and lots of other $5 words.
Something about the phrase $5 words really amuses me. Alright. I like to call this room the Hall of Hacks. And you will now see why. Because I will painstakingly hack every one of these machines. Alright, that is explosions. That is all of them. Actually, there's one more in a bit, but I figured that was enough of watching them speed through hacks. Oh, no, never mind, there's one more. Alright, health station is ours, perfect. We've now made some progress in hacking this entire room. So there's actually an achievement associated with hacking like 100 items, and you might imagine that I got that pretty easily. I had no difficulty whatsoever. The sound I make when I drink too much in Bioshock. As you might imagine, it took no time at all for me to get that achievement, because I compulsively hack every machine possible. Which, I mean, did turn out in our favor. There were 4 splicers that ran in, and they got handily killed by only 1 turret. It was actually only 1 turret was necessary. We didn't really need all of these turrets, and Ah, so much wine. No more wine. I'm not drinking anymore. Oh no, a locked door. Whatever shall I... Whoops, wrong button. Whatever shall I do? Boop. Alright, there's more hacks. Just be forewarned. Hiya! Alright, this is another one that you can't hack. Never mind. But I can hack this safe open. Machine gun ammo, grenade launcher, and a safe. And in the safe we get items. Go figure. Oh no, not dude, Harry. There we go.
Hanging now, is it? That's what we've come to now. Look, I don't make the laws here. I just enforce them. But I didn't come to Rapture to string men up for running contraband. If Ryan and his crew have their law, then they can have my badge.
So now this is interesting. We're beginning to hear about Sullivan, who was an enforcer with for Andrew Ryan, and he is not satisfied with the way things are being handled. And actually, take a look. Now this is something I never put together, but there's Sullivan. Yeah. Something that's kind of interesting. At the beginning, he was very displeased with, or I don't know when this was recorded, but he's not pleased with the fact that they're hanging people. But at the same time, he was fine with kidnapping and torturing a man for more information. So we've got a kind of interesting set of morals on Sullivan. Also, you might be noticing that there's a lot of religious propaganda lying around, and you might be wondering, there's all this talk of smugglers and stuff like that, and you might be wondering, well, what were they smuggling? This was some of it. A lot of it was actually religious paraphernalia. Fontaine and his crew were taking bathyspheres up to the surface, getting a whole bunch of Bibles and crosses, and, well, I mean, this is just what's shown, but you can imagine that it'd be a lot of other things. And selling them as contraband items. And as you might remember from Brian's creed, we even see it walking in to Rapture. No gods or kings, only man. Ryan had a very, very strict stance on religion. And naturally made it... You mind. Naturally made it illegal. This is very interesting.
Jesus loves me, this I know.
So now we're gonna get my favorite item in the game, the research camera. So yes. Oh, it's gonna be explained.
Good, you got the camera. Now get me some snaps on those spider splicers. And don't come back down here till you've got my research.
So yes, this is the research camera. What you do is you take a picture, it makes a picture, and you get progress towards research. When you research something, you get bonuses. So the first level for this is I get increased damage against them, and now anti-personal rounds will work against them. Now what I will do is I will spam this until I can't take anymore. Something that I don't think a lot of people really realized on their first playthrough was that you can take... Do you mind explaining? You can take multiple pictures of the same person. So like right there, that's a lead head splicer. I took a picture, I got increased damage against them, and now they have anti-personal rounds. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, just... Alright, spam taking pictures. And we want to get that done as soon as possible because, I mean, not only does it give us stuff, I mean, it gives us bonuses against them, but we can get new plasmids out of researching them. And there's a lot of things that we can research too, which I will point out soon. Aha! So here's a plasmid right here, actually. Security bullseye. Are those pesky security cameras getting you down? Simply tag your enemies with our photoelectric insects and those cameras and turrets become your best friend. Splice security bullseye today. Do I want that more than target dummy? No, I don't. But basically how it works is you chuck it at enemies and it targets. The enemies get targeted.
I'm lonely.
Are you... Oh, what am I doing? I was about to just shoot him. But we have something more important to do first. Take pictures of him. Let's take it from a distance here. Ah, see? Our first plasmid. Or tonic we got from researching splicers. Scrounger. Splicing Scrounger is like having a sixth sense. You'll spot things you'll otherwise miss and discover things you'd otherwise leave behind. With Scrounger, you'll swear you have X-ray vision. Not as good as having better medkits, but I might put it on later. So that's what we got out of that. And now that that's maxed out, shoot. And then we're running out of film. Need to pick up some more. Let's listen to this.
This little sea slug has come along and glued together all the crazy ideas I've had since the war. It doesn't just heal damaged cells, it resurrects them. I can bend the double helix. Black can be reborn white, tall, short, weak, strong. But the slugs alone are not enough. I'll need money. And one other thing.
So this is interesting. So now we figured out what that sea slug that Tenenbaum found earlier does. Also, take pictures of cameras. It's important. I'll hack this and explain Tenenbaum. Alright, so Tenenbaum, she finds a mysterious sea slug that first we just thought had healing properties. It turns out it's more than that. It turns out that it's actually secreting stem cells, basically. It's secreting basically pure genetic material, and with that she can do a lot of interesting things with it. So she has this new material, but now she needs something. She needs money, yes, but she also needs something else. She's messing with genetic code, and she needs a place to test her theories. Specifically, she needs subjects. And so, as you might already guess from what happened with, or what we know about the splicers, you can kind of guess what that is. Alright, we got another audio diary right here.
If things weren't bad enough, it seems that even our water system sprung a leak. Yep, that's right. Irrigation system in Arcadia is taking on seawater. I told Mr. Ryan when we were building this place, either you build her like a bathtub, or she's gonna turn into a sewer. No, McDonough, he said. We're not gonna build no bathtub. We're gonna build Eden.
So this... oh.
You have the research camera? Good. Guess it's time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place.
But first, let's actually... and it's ours. Alright, I will need this out.
The smuggler is the friend.
Oh, no I don't. Oh, it's just the camera. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to ignore this camera so I can take a picture of it later, because we're out of film, but we can get some more right around the corner here. Just kind of sneak by, and while we do that, we'll listen to this.
I have turned to Fontaine's smugglers in Port Neptune for supplies. Fontaine's men are pigs. They spit, they stink. But they deliver, and they don't ask questions. They're all terrified of Fontaine. He reminds me a bit of the Germans. So efficient. It wouldn't surprise me if he were soon running things down here.
So that's an interesting development. Ow! I want to talk about the audio diary. Oops. Heal, heal. Pull it back. Bam. Right in the face. Pow! Right in the kissing. Pow! Right in the kissing. I don't know why I'm suddenly one of the honeymooners. I think that's the right reference. I'll pick that up in a second. First, film!
Come back when you get some money, buddy.
Film. Film. Ah, so yes. So Tenenbaum wanted to proceed with her research, but it turns out that the labs didn't really want to mess with genetic research. So she turned instead to Fontaine and her and Fontaine's smugglers as a means to get the supplies she needs. Let's listen to this.
The death penalty in Rapture. Council's in an uproar. Riots in the streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Any contact with the surface exposes Rapture to the very parasites we fled from. A few stretched necks or a small price to pay for our ideals.
So yeah, Ryan is very passionate about Rapture and very strong about his stance. Alright. Alright, we're approaching the end of the episode here, but before we get to the very end, I want to show you something that I like to do at the very beginning of the game here, which is, one of the things that you can research is the security drones, and there's a pretty easy way to research the security drones in bulk. The way you do it,
We tricked you, monster.
you just get detected. Oh, hello. Oh, right in the face. Spider Splicer? Oh, we get fully upgraded. Oh, yes. Sometimes you'll find organs in Spider Splicers. Get this stuff. Alright, let's actually kill very quickly. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Give me that. Alright. So yeah, get detected by the camera. You'll just spawn in a drone, take pictures of it until the score is too low, and shoot it. Unfortunately, this does take a lot of... Come on. Come on. There we go. It takes up a lot of health, so it is a bit risky to do. But the rewards for getting a fully researched thing, like right off the bat, I think kind of outweighs it. See, we've already got security experts. So anyway, I'm going to do this so we are prepared for next episode. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did enjoy this episode, please consider leaving me a like, because it does help me out a ton. And, as always, take pictures, and stay tuned for more.